Hi there, welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. I have a little bit of work to do today, so I thought I would turn on my camera. So I have been playing around, experimenting on this old book. This is one of those old books that I got the other day up at my little, the church that does the book sale, but not at the book sale. Anyhow, the nice lady that gave me a box of books. And pardon me, I'm sorry about that. This book, I'm just using it for word snippets. It's in such, it's just very, very sad shape. So the spine's even gone. But I wanted to just play around because I want to put some gold onto the spine of a book that I'm working on right now. Hold on, let me move those. This book, The Complete Plays of Gilbert and Sullivan. I want to put a bit of gold on here, and I was trying to decide how I'm going to go about doing that. So I started playing around with all of my different golds that I've got. Now, these three golds here are actually all gilding wax. So you can see, I like the look because I like that it looks a little bit rough, it already sort of arrives kind of shabby looking, which is what I like. And then when you buff it a bit after you've applied it, it really gets a beautiful shimmer to it. Now, on the other hand, it's extremely messy to work with, and it doesn't lend itself easily to getting a nice, clean edge. And the problem with that is, yes, I could probably lay down some masking tape, but as I learned here I tried to lay down masking tape. That one right there, that's also gilding wax. Hold on, let me get that in. There we go. So that one is also gilding wax, that top one. And you can see what happened here. The masking tape, when I went to remove it, just pulled up the cover. Now, this cover is very, very old. This is 1926. It's almost 100 years old. And this book is 1941, I believe. So not as old. Yes, 1941. So it's not as old. It's 40 years younger. No, 20 years younger. But this is not the best of best quality ingredients. So when I was restoring the spine and that, it took quite a bit of extra work, which I'm happy to do because it's still a cute book and it deserves to be a cool journal. Anyhow, so I'm hesitant to use masking tape. So then I tried, oh rats, did I throw it out? Did I already give it up and throw it out? Hold on, this is all my playing around this morning. Yes, I already gave up and threw it out. So then I tried making a template to try just laying a template down and holding it in place and doing my gilding wax. And that, well, you can see what happened to that. So that didn't do it. Then I got to thinking, well, maybe gilding wax isn't the way to go. So I started looking at all my other gold options. And I have just gold acrylic paint. It's just craft paint, but it's terrific. It does the trick. And I also have a gold oil-based Sharpie. And these are awesome. So, hold on. This line right here is the oil-based gold Sharpie. And this line right here is gold acrylic craft paint. And then what I did, because I actually didn't mind that too much. So then what I did was I just used a Q-tip. Let me find one. I used a Q-tip and then I still buffed it up a bit more with the gilding wax. So that's not too bad. So there's the oil-based marker, acrylic paint that has a bit of gilding wax on it, and that's just plain gilding wax. I still come back to I like just the gilding wax. I like that. I don't want this gold to look too new. You know what I mean? This is already a tired looking little old book, which I like. That's what I want. And I don't want this part that already looks a little bit worn out, a little bit pre-loved. I don't suddenly want brand new bands of gold. You know what I mean? Now, I have tried playing with, hold on, I am going to, let me get my bricks here. I want to get this upright. I already have done the spine and refortified it, restored it, rebuilt it, refortified it, and then I put the text block back into it, and it just helps it, you don't get any dents or that in your spine while it's empty. So here's my bricks that I use. Go to your local Home Depot. You can get a brick. I think I paid 59 cents each for my bricks. I'm going to lift this up a bit, so I'm going to pause and bring the camera up a bit. Hold on. Okay, that gives me a bit more room. So then I started playing around with masking tape, because this is a bit younger and hasn't had the wear and tear that this poor little old Jerry Muskrat, Jerry the Muskrat? Jerry Muskrat. So this appears to not be as ready to fall apart if I tape it. So I do think I am going to very gently put some masking tape down and do my little, come on you. I'm not looking for perfection here. I like when a junk journal looks imperfect. I do. I'll bring that down just a little bit. Maybe make it about half. Yeah, that's a little nicer. And let's see what I've got there. Okay. Yeah, so I think this is what we're going to do today. And and you know what? If it turns out crummy, then I'll be running a strip of lace down the center and trying to put the heartache out of my mind. So I'm going to do that. I'm not pushing very hard. I want to be able to lift that up again. So I do think I'm going to go ahead with the gilding wax. And this will be an experiment. I was able to find a few videos this morning on crafting with paper and gilding wax. Unfortunately, the lovely ladies who did the tutorials, it was mostly using gilding wax on embossed paper, which doesn't help me in my quest to... Now, I don't want to, I'm worried that the masking tape is going to try and pull up that paint. So I'm just going to push down on that side of the paper and leave that loose. And then I want this band of gold in the middle just a little bit thicker. Oh boy, I hope this works. I can see it in my head, you know? I can see what I want to do in my head. Yeah, you need to come down a bit. You need to come down to there. Okay, I know that there's probably better mathematical ways to do this, but we're doing it the Catherine way. All right, this is the Catherine way, which is probably the hard way. I like this. I might want a bit more. If you recall, I am trying to, hold on, I just want to, where is my, I'm trying to do my version of my tribute to Nick the Booksmith's spine that she did for her Commonplace book last year. I have dreams about that spine. I just love it so much. And see how she has some bands of gold. Now I think she glued those bands on to give it texture. I'm just holding this away. No, actually that does look like, that looks like it was either paint or, yeah, maybe it was gilding wax. Yeah, that's not bands. So, all right, so I think we're ready, and we're going to do the gold wax. And we're going to hold our breath and hope we get this right. So this is gilding wax for anyone who hasn't used it before. It's got this funny texture. It almost feels like butter. It's very light. It's very messy. They could use gilding wax to do demonstrations of how coronavirus gets on everything. Have you seen the videos where they use oh, hold on. Hubby and the little dog just got in the door. Hold on. Apparently it was a successful walk, so very good. All right, hold on. I'm just going to get another scrap paper. Let's get that out of the way. So yeah, gilding wax, it gets on everything, and if you get it on your hands, then you'll get it on your book cover where you don't want it to be, and it's just messy. And there's lots of ways to apply it. In my experiments with it previously, I've used my fingertips. I have used Q-tips. Q-tips work nicely. This sponge actually worked quite nicely this morning. And this brush worked really nicely. This is a really old brush, so I didn't mind giving it up for the cause, because I think from what I've read about gilding wax, you have to clean with mineral spirits. You have to clean your brush with mineral spirits, and I don't have any mineral spirits in the house. So, okay, I'm going to sit back down here, and I hope that it stays in focus. All right, here we go. No guts, no glory, right? So far, so good. All right, anyhow, yeah, so this wax, it, I think I've mentioned before, it smells really yummy. I don't know what they've put in it that makes it just smells so good. All right, hold on. I see a little dent in the masking tape, so I just wanted to get that back down. Oh boy, I hope this works. I really have high hopes for this book, and I'm going to put an illustration on the front, a copy of a painting, almost like what I did with Mr. Snook. I put that old master that I'd saved. Well, I have a few, so I'm going to show you all the ones that I'm thinking about. And then I'll show you the one that I've picked. So don't get your hopes up if you see something you like. I'm just getting my finger there so that I don't go down too far. And if I get a little gold on my finger, that's okay. Yeah, this stuff smells so good. I'd like to know what's in it that makes it work, because it really does become permanent afterwards. I had all these things in mind. When I was imagining working with gilding wax. I guess I just imagined it to be, you know, like melted wax. When wax gets warm and melted, just sort of penetrates things. So I expected almost maybe an oily mess if it got warm, or I don't know, it's not what I thought. And yet it still is what I hoped. But it's very, very different than what I thought I'd be working with. I still want my finger there to protect that edge. I probably should have laid down some more masking tape, but on the other hand, like I said, I don't necessarily want it to be too perfect. All right, that looks good. I'm going to take a peek because I can't stand it. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Oh, Catherine, don't get so excited. It was just this time last week I was all excited about sewing a cover. Okay. Sorry, not very exciting here. I'm trying to decide what to do next, whether to do the front of the cover or to sew on the fake signature threads. And I'm thinking I want to sew on the fake signature threads next. And then put my illustrations on the cover. All right, I gotta stand up so I can see what I'm doing over here. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's so shimmery even when it's on your skin. Sorry if my voice is loud. I'm right beside my phone right now. It reminds me of that movie Goldfinger, where the poor young lady who met her demise was laying across the bed, completely painted in gold. All right, I like that. The smaller part is a little easier than that bigger one was. Boy, I hope these come off okay. My mom's doing good. Anyone who's wondering how mom is, she's doing good. I'm a little bit, I'm feeling a little sad in a way, because next week is her birthday. Now, in a way, it's one of those times where dementia is a blessing, because she has dementia, and unless anybody mentions it, she won't even know. And we will celebrate it when we are together again. We don't do a whole lot anyways. There's not a lot she needs. There's certainly nothing in this world that she really wants except time with people that she loves, and butterscotch ripple ice cream. So that's usually how she and I celebrate her birthday and my birthday and Mother's Day. We sit together and have, I'm going to turn this, we share a bowl of ice cream. And that's perfect. Okay. Going to just put my, no, you know what? Where's the, sorry, I'm looking for, I should have just a loose piece of paper handy. You'd think I would. There we go. I just want something there, just to prevent me from going too far over the edge. That looks nice. There we go. Let's see. You're good. I'm going to turn it around. Let me see this side from this angle. Yeah, so she's, we can do the FaceTime with her, my brother and I, and she does okay with it. I was worried that it would be hard for her, but she does okay. I'm trying to come up with something to do for the staff. There's just no way on earth we can adequately thank the staff for what they have done during this time. But I'd still like to try. And so part of me, now I'm toying with, and I welcome any suggestions down below. Is it something that I should do now? Like I'm honestly, I'm thinking about, you know, do I send lunch in for the floor? But there's three shifts, you know, so it's something that I want to make sure every single shift, you know, do they really not want things like, you know, a ton of chocolate, or, you know, that sort of seems like not everyone does the candies and goodies kind of thing. I like those fruit arrangement things. So then part of me thought maybe I could send 2 and have one arrive in the morning for the morning day shift, and then arrange so that they send another fresh one, you know, around 5:30 or so, so that the evening and night shift, because fruit at least is a nice refreshing little pick-me-up if you're dashing in between rooms and that, and you can just grab a little fruit kebab and enjoy it. And they always throw in a few little chocolate-covered strawberries and that. So I thought about, you know, 2 of those fruit flowery arrangement things. All right, let's do it. I'm already not liking that. I want to squish down those edges a little better first. Okay. Let's see. Oh, so the threads are wanting to come off. Okay. Hold on. Some of those threads were trying to come loose. Oh, that looks nice. Okay. Now let's try this one. Just going to take it slow. Oh, I think my head just hit the phone. Sorry if it did. Okay. Now I don't want any threads to come loose. Yes. Oh, that looks nice. Now I want to sort of buff that down a bit. Carefully though. Okay. I am going to use just a cheap old plastic bone folder, but they're still really useful. You can get these at your Dollar Tree, and they're terrific. All right, so I just want to buff this a little bit. It does make a difference, and I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it really does. It's really hard to manipulate. I'm going to try it with a Q-tip instead. Now I'm seeing something here. There was a stain underneath, and the wax is not holding to where that stain was. But I'm okay with that because it's helping to actually make it look not so brand new. Do you know what I mean? Yep, love it. Alright. So this is just a cotton Q-tip. Alright, I want a clean one. Hubby's out back mowing the lawn. He's so happy. The heat broke here, thank goodness, so it's actually quite cool today, which I rather enjoy. I'm not a sun worshipper. I enjoy sunshine, don't get me wrong, but if it's hot out, I prefer to sit inside, I prefer to sit inside and look out at the pretty sun. And even when we go on vacations, we love cruising. I like to find a nice shady spot and look out at the sun. It's just me. Oh yeah. I'm really happy with this. Oh yeah, there's another sort of coming up a bit. I'm okay with that. Some of it's kind of flaking a bit. I think I was a little heavy-handed with it. That's all right. Flip that over. Oh, that was close. It's being a little persnickety, and that's okay. I'm still okay with that. New one. New one. So what I'm doing here, it's, I guess, almost like burnishing it you're just sort of pressing it into the fabric, and it gives it, because it's wax, it actually, I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, it makes it a little bit shinier, and it really, really adheres it. Oh, there goes my alarm. It really adheres it into the holes in the fabric so that it becomes a permanent part of the fabric. All right, I hear you. Thank you. How much time do I have? 30. I've got about like 2 minutes. My camera will let me have probably 2 more minutes. Well, this was successful. I'm happy. I hope you enjoyed coming along for my experiment. One of these days, someone who knows how to work with gilding wax is going to land on my channel here, and finally I'll get some proper instruction on this. All right, let me pick this up and we'll take a look before I turn off the camera. So there we go. I think we did okay. Do you think Nick would be proud of our efforts? Hold on, let me find my... I think we did all right. It's got, you can still see the fabric through it. See how you can just sort of see bits and pieces of the fabric through it? I'm very happy with that. And it's shimmery and shiny. Yay, okay. Well, if you're still hanging on here, thanks so much. Thanks for visiting with me and watching me experiment on this poor little book. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are and staying safe. And we'll talk soon. Bye.